This week's episode of the Amazing Nerdiverse is brought to you by The Millennial's Guide to Getting Your Shit Together, written by Katie Hogan.
Are you overwhelmed by adulthood?
Do you wish someone would teach you the difference between a 401k and a Roth IRA without using confusing industry jargon?
Do you want to learn how to ask for a raise and also keep the spice alive in your relationship?
Yeah, I think we all do.
Well, you should probably read The Millennial's Guide to Getting Your Shit Together by financial planner and comedy writer Katie Hogan.
It's a collection of humorous and informative essays on money, careers, and relationships.
It's the answer to your quarter-life crisis, and it's available now on Amazon in both Kindle and paperback form. Also, be sure to subscribe to her podcast, Get It Together with Katie Hogan, and follow her on Twitter at GetItTogether20.
And now, another fine edition of the Amazing Nerdiverse.
Yay!
Quiet, you.
Uh-huh. Hello, welcome to the Amazing Nerdiverse. This is episode 50 of the Amazing Nerdiverse. This is the podcast where we talk about all things good and geeky that make up the Amazing Nerdiverse. Talking movies, TV shows, video games, comic books, regular books, audio books. I'm excited that it's our 50th episode. I'm Jeff Grants. It's a shame that Steven Tukert couldn't be here today. It's just unfortunate.
It's your boy.
He couldn't be here for this 50th episode of the podcast. It's the 50th episode. I don't know if you just told me about that.
I'm really tired and lightheaded now.
That was supposed to get your energy up. That was the goal.
Mentally, I'm all right.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not, but like...
You just told me about the whole thing with Trump saying, sorry that, it's unfortunate that Melania couldn't be here today. I just thought that was funny as shit when you told me that, so I incorporated that into our intro, and now I'm over-explaining it.
Good job. Like any great comedian.
Yep. This is the 50th episode of the podcast, as I said, during that whole beatboxing shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really have anything special planned.
Of course not. Why would we? That's not our... It's not our style.
We're just going to do what we do best, like make asses of ourselves while talking about the news.
Things nobody cares about, things that it will have no impact in your life, really.
Yeah. Just
wasting our time and yours.
Yeah. Before we get to that very important stuff, there's some business. If you heard last week's episode,
Nerdiverse no more.
Yeah, now we're back to
2 microphones in the trash can while we walk down an alleyway.
That if we ever quit doing this, that's how we got to do it. So last week our episode came out. We did the whole contest, the Star-Lord contest giveaway. When we record this, it's usually a Wednesday. That episode came out on a Monday. It's only been 2 days since we posted it. Mm-hmm. So we're going to give it a little more time, because not many people have entered it yet. But I'm, trying to get it out there, get some people to enter the contest and everything. Give them time. Not everybody listens to the podcast the day it drops.
Right. Or the day after.
Or like ever.
Getting real.
And I do want to apologize for my voice because I'm super sick. I've been super sick the past couple of days. So we're basically gonna announce the winner of the contest, the Star-Lord Funko Pop giveaway.
Is it me?
Next week. No.
Oh.
It's never you. I do want to say, and just reiterate, if you don't know what we're talking about, last week's episode 49 of the Amazing Nerdiverse, we're giving away a Star-Lord Pop from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, a Funko Pop bobblehead vinyl figure thingy. We're giving that away to a random person. All you got to do to enter that giveaway is like last week's video, episode 49, and leave a comment on that video telling us your favorite moment, scene, part, whatever line of dialogue or anything like that. Just your favorite thing in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Mm-hmm. Make sure you include your Twitter handle so that we can contact you if you win, and make sure you follow us so that we will be able to contact you. And I do want to point out this time, U.S. only. We forgot to mention that until the very end of the episode last time. I feel like that was kind of a shitty thing to do. Because we do have fans outside of the country.
It costs about like $400.
Yeah, we've looked into it.
And We don't have that kind of.
No.
We don't have that kind of scratch. I wish.
Yeah. We're broke. Okay, so also wanted to point out before we jump into the news real quick that Kingsman: The Golden Circle came out this past weekend. We did our review of it, a video review on the YouTube channel. Check that out. Critics are split on this movie.
You know, I want to take my review down just like a point maybe, because I feel like we just came out of it. I was like, yeah, I kind of liked it, and I kind of thought about it a little bit more. I was like, I really didn't. I mean, it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't enjoy it as much as the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, me too.
So I think I'll take away a point.
So what is it, like a 6.5 now?
Yeah. I mean, I guess
It's too late now.
This will impact nobody's life.
Yeah, but yeah, I know what you're doing. I kind of feel that way like after
when we
I
just
see
come out of it, I'm like, yeah, all right, and then I'm like, eh.
Yeah, and I always have to immediately write my review or film our review or everything. I wish I sometimes had a little more time to kind of like
digest it,
ruminate on it. Yeah, just kind of just think about it a little more. I mean, but yeah, like usually usually those are my thoughts coming out of the movie. Like,
yeah.
And isn't that the most important thing? Like when you come out of the movie, like how you enjoyed that experience of going to the movie?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a lot of movies that I didn't enjoy the first time I saw them, or I loved the first time I saw them, and looking back, it's like, ugh. Or looking back, I was like, oh, I should have given that movie more of a shot. Like stuff like that. Like, you're always gonna like have, your opinion's always gonna fluctuate on movies and stuff like that. But anyway, the it's got a right as of today, it had a 55% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is lower. I think the first movie had 74, which still seems low to me. So I don't know.
75, 74 sounds right to me. About
I loved the first one. Yeah, I don't know. So I liked it more than that. I can't believe that many people aren't liking the first one. I mean, I don't know. I can kind of see a little bit on this second one.
I think I wish that they would have stayed in England. Or in yeah.
A little bit. Well, yeah, because the American stuff didn't... I mean, I don't want to go into a brand new review of it. But yeah, the American stuff didn't really have as much of an impact on the story as I was expecting it to. Or, it was just a little plot device in the middle of it.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Now, the news from the Nerdiverse.
Boo!
Oh, I didn't expect that reaction. All right. First up, we got some scoop ski potatoes. Heroic Hollywood editor-in-chief and the rap reporter Humberto Gonzalez, he dropped a rumor on Periscope a couple days ago that Justice League is going to feature 2 Green Lanterns. In Justice League, there will not be 1 Green Lantern, but 2 Green Lanterns. Let's see if it sticks and they keep them in it or if they cut it out. He didn't say anything about which 2.
Well, I mean, there's only 2 that anyone really cares about.
Well, I mean, but you never know. Like it could be Hal and Hal Jordan and John Stewart. Those are the ones that the movie's supposed to focus on. But
it's gonna be Guy Gardner and Kilowog.
Or it could also, it could be Kilowog. I would love it if it was Kilowog. Sinestro could be involved. He's someone that people know.
I doubt it.
And that would be like setting him up as a villain. Or it could even be like the 2 could be Hal and Aben Sur. Like we could see Aben Sur crash land on Earth or whatever and send the ring out to find the suitable next Green Lantern. And like that would be as a little tiny cameo. That would be probably a little more preferable than doing a whole new origin story in a different movie. We've already seen that movie.
Let's assume that we're going to go see it. We're going to be able to go to the screening.
Okay.
And so we're sitting in the theater. Scale of 1 to 10. How annoyed would you be if Alfred is talking to Green Lantern in that one part?
Oh,
like, how much do you not want to look over at me and be like, oh, God.
Like, if you were right.
I'll be like $1 million smile.
Yeah.
Looking at you like, eh? Like, level of 1 to 10, how annoyed?
No matter when in the movie that is, I walk out.
But like that specific thing that I said, like a 1, you don't really care. A 10, you're about to shoot yourself, and just so you don't have to hear about it.
I leave and leave you there. Just I'm gone. It's an 11. All right. Umberto also revealed that Justice League is going to have 2 post-credit scenes. In the same, he revealed this in the same.
That might be your
Periscope
Green
video.
Lantern idea. Yeah.
That might be. It could be
Yep.
the Green Lantern. Like, because like you could do that. The way I always pictured it is like the same with like with the Batman vs Superman. The way I pictured it just be like at the end, you cut away and you just see it has nothing to do with the other characters that you're seeing, and you just see them like do these little introductions of these other characters. I was expecting something like that in Batman vs Superman instead of them like seeing them all in an email or whatever. And like,
Damn it, you took my joke. I was gonna say Barry Allen's gonna send Bruce an email with the Green Lantern in it.
yeah, he's like, who's this guy? Friend
He
of yours?
looks like a Green Lantern subject.
Yeah, but again, he gave no like details, or whatever. He just teased that that's like one of the things he's been hearing about it. And he said that one of them might already be there might already be hints out there as to what it might be. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what that means. Maybe he meant like he just put them out there when he said Green Lantern. I don't know. Let me see. This is another rumor that I just found out about today. We may know who the villains for Shazam are. So apparently, Omega Underground, they uncovered some audition tapes for Shazam, and it sounds like the scripts that using for the audition tapes were not like fake scripts that you usually see. Like it sounded like they might be real scripts, or maybe just people just assuming they're real just because they sound real.
Yeah,
I don't know, but what it said that the scripts made reference to like the video. There were videos posted, whatever, and they were taken down. But they watched them and they said that there were references to the 7 deadly sins, which could be the villains of this movie. Mm-hmm. And like, look, I mean, I want to see Black Adam and Shazam. It makes no sense to split them up or whatever. But then again, like you look at like something like Batman Begins, they didn't start with Batman, they didn't start with Joker or anything like that. The problem is Batman has villains we know of.
yeah. I was about to say, well, Batman has like, you could point to any one of them and be like, yeah, you could do a movie with.
You could just walk down the street and ask anybody, who's a Batman villain, and they'll be able to name a couple.
Yeah, easily.
Anybody.
Most people just start with Joker, Penguin, anyone that's been in the movies
Riddler,
already.
Catwoman, or the 60s Batman show, Egghead.
Freeze, not Egghead.
You don't want to see Egghead?
I mean, if they want to really make money, they'll put Egghead.
You don't want to see the King Tut and the Bookworm,
Calendar Man.
I want to see Calendar Man. You can do a fucked up like version of Calendar Man in a movie.
Yeah.
I want to see a fucked up version of Calendar Man and Mad Hatter. Just do like a Long Halloween type Batman movie where he's just dealing with a bunch of different villains throughout the course of a year or something.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay.
Now.
I'll be right back.
All right. So yeah, the 7 deadly sins is what they're talking about, which, we know the 7 deadly sins and everything. So it would just be like personified versions of that, which kind of sounds cool to me.
Okay.
Like it sounds like, because like the wizard Shazam, like defeated them in the past or whatever, and then they were like they came back or whatever, and now Billy Batson version of Shazam has to kill defeat them or whatever, and yeah, that would be cool. Like you could do like a, I don't know, I could see it kind of like a video game thing, like a like a Scott Pilgrim thing where he just has these 7 deadly sins he has to defeat throughout the course of the movie. Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
All
right. So in an interview with Hey You Guys, Kingsman director Matthew Vaughn confirmed that he has had talks with Warner Brothers to direct a Man of Steel sequel. Mm-hmm. He says he's planning another Kingsman. He's written the treatment and some of the scenes. He just said, I don't know what I'm going to do next, but I have had chats about Superman. I love Superman. A couple days later, he was talking to Collider. He said, weirdly, if I did do Superman and I made the mistake of telling someone yesterday I'd spoken about it, and then I think my main take would be, it's really boring, but make a Superman film. I just don't feel a proper Superman. I think Donner did it to perfection for that time. Just doing the modern version of the Donner version. Go back to the source material. For me, Superman is color, feel good, heroic. He's a beacon of light and darkness. That's what I think Superman should be.
Oh, good.
So apparently there's a director in Hollywood that knows what Superman should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know not everyone hates Man of Steel. We don't really hate Man of Steel.
Don't hate it.
But like the version of Superman that I grew up with, it's a different version than that.
Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like just
for me anyway,
or just like the comics, or like just like the classic version of the character that's always existed for 75 years, almost 80 at this point.
I mean, it's not unfathomable that in that spaceship that he has, if we're staying with this, like that, there's like not another suit in there that might be a little bit brighter. Right?
I don't necessarily need the suit. I'm fine with the suit. I just need the overall like presentation of the character where he's always dark and he has like hardly any lines in Batman versus Superman, and he just don't, like we always say, the things we talk about. He doesn't smile. He doesn't talk to anybody. Like they cut out scenes of like of him saving people in that explosion at the Capitol or whatever in Batman versus Superman.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, in the Ultimate Edition.
Let me borrow that from you.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen it?
No. I've never seen Batman v Superman.
We talk about it every goddamn week, but you've never seen it.
I just happen to be spot on for things.
Yeah. No, yeah, you can borrow it. I didn't know you haven't seen it. It's better. It's a better version of the movie for sure.
Okay.
It's longer, but it doesn't feel longer.
Okay.
Like just the way it's all cut together, like kind of flows more and everything. And like that's the version they should have released in theaters. I mean, it's a 3-hour version, and they'd make less money and stuff like that, but they might have made more money with people like actually coming out and liking the movie more than they did. Still doesn't get rid of everything. I know people hate the Martha thing. That's still there.
That never bothered me as much.
Me neither.
It's like, I get it.
We bitch about other things. People bitch about the Martha thing like we bitch about like him smiling and stuff.
Like I said last week, if you don't want to hear us talk about Batman v Superman, just tell your friends.
Yeah.
Let me see a number I like, and then that'll be it.
Yeah.
Or else.
Or else next week, the audio commentary for Batman v Superman.
That's not a bad idea.
The Ultimate Edition.
That's what we can always threaten them with.
Yeah. The Ultimate Edition.
Yeah.
We're threatening them with a 3-hour podcast that no one's going to listen to. So Matthew Vaughn also revealed to Cinema Blend that he wants to do a reboot of the Fantastic Four. And he has more... For Fox, because he has more of a relationship with Fox. He's, the Kingsman movies are Fox. He did the X-Men First Class for Fox. But he what he said was, the other one I felt an obligation to do. Interesting he used that word. He says, it's not like he says, I want to do this. He feels an obligation to do it. And that just shows how bad that last one was. That this guy's like, I mean, someone's got to right this goddamn wrong.
Yeah.
He says, the other one I feel an obligation to do is I wouldn't mind maybe making a Fantastic Four film to apologize to everybody out there that maybe it didn't go very well for them. It's brilliant. One of my favorites is the Fantastic Four, so maybe one day I'll try and rectify that mistake. So, yeah, I mean, maybe one day it'll go back to Marvel and he'll do it at Marvel. Like, I said it in my reviews and stuff. He's become one of my favorite directors lately. Just like, just with every movie I see of his. Yeah, I mean, Kingsman wasn't as good as like the first one, but I still liked it a lot. Loved his other movies like Stardust, Kick-Ass, X-Men First Class. I just love him as a director, and I think he'd be a perfect guy to do both Superman and Fantastic Four. Which one would you rather see him do, though?
Maybe Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
But with Marvel.
Yeah. Like if it was come down to like do Superman with Warner Brothers and do the sequel to Man of Steel and be like in the DCEU, or Fantastic Four for Fox again. I kind of rather him do Superman, but if it was like Marvel, like I don't know, like someone else can do Superman. Like I kind of want to see, like I think he'd do a really good Fantastic Four as well.
I'll make a Superman movie.
Okay.
I'll do it.
All right.
Do you have their email? Can I have it?
Yeah.
I'll have him fight Brainiac.
Okay.
And he's going to joke around. He's going to go back in time, not kill Jimmy Olsen within 2 seconds in the movie.
Oh, yeah. I forget about that.
And he's going to have a little buddy.
Yeah. Maybe the Jimmy thing is one of the things they can fix in Flashpoint.
They should.
Yeah, it's such
Jimmy
a small
Olsen's
thing,
supposed
but
to be like a fun.
Well, is it in Flashpoint? Isn't like Lois like running around and like in the middle of the war between Aquaman and Wonder Woman? Like she's running around and like these, like she runs into a couple of these superheroes that are trying to do the thing. It's like I think she maybe she runs into Steve Trevor or something.
I don't remember.
I don't know, but maybe they could have her and Jimmy Olsen running around, and then somehow the Flashpoint, when they come back, he's alive.
They should.
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's just simple, small. I like the actor too. He was on a show I watched. What was that? It was like a sitcom on TBS or something. I can't remember what it was called.
Why would you kill him off that early in the movie?
I don't know.
Why get rid of that character so quickly?
I have no idea.
I don't know. All right.
Tell your friends, or we'll talk about Jimmy Olsen some more. Okay, but so Deadline
Batman
has
v Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, so Deadline has officially confirmed that Gal Gadot will indeed reprise her role as Wonder Woman in Flashpoint.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like
in Wonder Woman 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
I was like, that doesn't count as news, does it?
But yeah, like we heard about this before. There were rumors of that. That's good. That pretty much, if she's confirmed, don't you think that kind of confirms at least like Aquaman?
Oh yeah.
Like, because their stories are
questioning whether or not
the rest.
Oh, you
will
mean
be involved.
okay? I got you. I hear what you're saying. It would make sense.
I would like to see at least Batman and Aquaman. Like they can leave out some of the other stuff. You probably get Cyborg as well. For some reason, the one I see less likely is Superman.
Yeah.
Because of the way he's used in that, where he's all like shriveled up and he was under a thing.
Well, they could do the Captain America.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
I'd like to see that. I would like to see a scrawny ass little Henry Cavill. But speaking of Henry Cavill, you know what movie I just saw for the first time a couple days, a week or so ago. Yeah. Batman versus Superman. No. Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Is that good?
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't hear much about it. It didn't really do all that well, but it was like a rental for like 10 cents on Vudu or whatever. Checked it out. I liked it a lot.
Okay.
Armie Hammer, like they had a pretty good report on it. Like I really want to see Armie Hammer has to play a DC character at some point.
He's got such a good voice.
If he never does, like what the fuck? Like
I know.
Like he almost did before in the George Miller Justice League movie.
He was gonna be Batman.
He was gonna be Batman. He would have been a great Batman.
He has a good voice.
Yeah.
Just has a very imposing voice. A very kind of like how Kevin Conroy is like.
Yeah.
He's got that voice. He's got like a heroic, deep.
He's got a Russian voice in Man from U.N.C.L.E. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I like that movie. So the first trailer has been released for Tomb Raider. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Okay, because like the trailer itself was all right. Like it didn't blow me away or anything, but I did appreciate that like it does look like it's heavily influenced by the newer reboots of the video game, like the 2014 Tomb Raider, which is fantastic.
You played it?
Yeah, I love the first. I never finished the second one for some reason. It was still good, but I never got around to finishing it. But I loved that first one. And her whole like kind of origin story of her like being shipwrecked on this island and uncovering this whole thing with this like gang of like assholes on the island. And so it seems very influenced by that. But also the thing that I was like surprised you didn't see it, I was really excited for you to see it, is Nick Frost is in it, and I did not know that.
Yeah. Okay.
He's at the very end of the trailer,
cool.
like a little reveal. But I thought it was kind of cool. It seems like there were so many elements from the game, like set pieces. Like there's this whole like wrecked ship or wrecked plane that she's walking across and it's falling apart. And I'm like, oh, I remember that from the game. And like weapons and stuff. Like she has this like this crazy like pick thing that she used to climb walls and stuff. And she has that in the trailer. I'm like, awesome. That stuff's really cool. And like her falling off of stuff and like running and like sliding under shit and falling into a waterfall and everything. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that movie. I do like the casting of Alicia Vikander as Lara Croft, but I want to see more trailers to see a little more about how that's going to go. But so far, the story is really laid all out there as if you played the game.
Okay.
So like
seems like it's following the game.
Yeah,
story.
I don't know about like the actual like end game, like as far as like the thing they're after and the what ends up happening at the end of the game, the final level of the game or whatever. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but a lot of the setup is there. What are you doing on May 17th, 2019?
What comes out May 19? Is that Avengers 4?
No. You want me to just tell you what you're doing?
What?
You're going with me to see John Wick Chapter 3, bitch.
Yeah, dude, that's even better than Avengers 4.
They announced the release date for John Wick Chapter 3. We had fun when we saw the second one.
Dude, I love those movies.
Yeah, me too.
All about a dog.
Yeah.
The first one is all about revenge for a dog, and the second one is like he's just trying to mind his own business.
Yeah.
That's
Those are your two main things.
Yep. And they got him.
They
got
you.
both.
Yeah, they got you in that one. I know you're not a big horror fan. Where are you all at with the Halloween movies?
It's fine.
They were favorites of mine growing up, especially like the first one, and the first like two actually. I like the first two a lot.
Are they redoing them or?
Well, they're doing a new one. Danny McBride is writing it, and
Odd.
he's writing it with Pineapple Express director David Gordon Green, who's going to direct it. They basically what's going to happen with this film is going to be set after Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2.
Okay.
They're ignoring all the sequels, the Rob Zombie ones. That's a big thing now with just ignoring sequels and everything. But they announced that Jamie Lee Curtis revealed that she's coming back for this one on Twitter.
Well, then wait. Like they're talking about like the original.
Yeah.
Well, how long ago was that then?
It would have been years and years ago, like basically, but like none of the events of anything. I mean, Halloween 3 had nothing to do with the rest
So wait,
of
are
them.
they saying like?
But like from
okay,
4 on,
still
all that stuff never
the same amount
happened.
of time has passed.
Yeah.
But those sequels just didn't happen.
Yeah, all that stuff didn't happen.
I
Maybe
see,
he was
okay,
like.
I thought you meant like it's taking place like years ago.
Yeah. No.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I assume so. Like,
Right.
they didn't specifically say that, but I would assume so. Like, she doesn't look like she did like 40 years ago.
Not that she looks bad, but
None
I
of
mean,
us
you
do.
know,
I'm just saying.
well, we
like,
didn't exist 40 years ago.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I always kind of existed in some form or another.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just like what I believe inside.
Oh okay.
But anyway, so I'm excited that she's coming back. Blumhouse is doing this movie, and Blumhouse, if you put Blumhouse and horror in the same sentence, like you're getting gold these days. Like they are just killing it with everything. They're doing the, they did Get Out and Split, and they're doing be doing Glass and the sequel to Split, and they're doing the Spawn movie and stuff. And just like they have a great track record these days with horror films. So yeah, I'm just excited for this one.
Okay.
So there was a special screening of Terminator 2 this past week, where James Cameron confirmed that Linda Hamilton is returning for the next Terminator film.
Same actress or
Same actress who played Sarah Connor in the first 2 films. One of my favorite female, like badass female characters of all time.
I wonder why they didn't do that for like the other one where Arnold came back.
I don't know. She's only been involved in the ones that James Cameron had been involved in. So maybe that has something to do with it.
Maybe, but it just would have been.
Yeah.
Why not just?
Because they all sucked. Everyone that she's not in has sucked.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So that's another good sign. Arnold's been in just about every one. He was in all of them, but Terminator Salvation, where they just kind of CGI'd
Yeah, I was
like
about
a young
to say,
version
yeah,
of
they
him.
did that.
But yeah, they're both coming back. I don't know how they're going to explain it away this time that Arnold is in it. But yeah, I love the like I said it last week. Love those first 2 movies.
What if they shot for shot just did the second one again?
I'd be okay with that because the second one is so fucking great.
Robert Patrick comes back.
Yeah. What's his name? What was the kid that played John Connor?
God,
why can't I pull his name?
he's probably
right now?
not doing well though. Like I've seen like quote unquote recent pictures.
Yeah.
He's had. I think he's done some drugs.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Probably up his nose.
So during this screening, James Cameron
Nose
stated,
drugs.
okay.
Drugs.
He said, as meaningful as she was, Linda Hamilton he's talking about, as meaningful as she was to gender and action stars everywhere back then, it's going to make a huge statement to have that seasoned warrior that she's become return. There are 50-year-old, 60-year-old guys out there killing bad guys, but there is an example of that for women. He also revealed that he said we're starting a search for an 18-year-old woman to be the new centerpiece of the new story. We will still full time. We will still have characters from the future and the present. And there will be mostly new characters, but we'll have Arnold and Linda's characters back to anchor it. I like that idea.
Is he going to be able to do... Is he directing it?
No, Tim Miller is.
Tim Miller, okay.
Deadpool, yeah. Speaking of Deadpool...
Deadpool. That's not a bad idea for a character, even though you made a mistake. Deadpool. I don't know why. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It's just it's stupid enough to be like, I want to read it.
Yeah. Josh Brolin, speaking of Deadpool, Josh Brolin shared a new image of Cable from Deadpool 2. Mm-hmm. Just a nice little picture. I just thought about it since we were talking about Deadpool.
You're not going to be putting up the picture while we're talking about it on the YouTube thing, are you?
Yeah.
I mean, would it make sense?
Yeah, it'd make a lot of sense.
Like, while we're talking right now, you're going to put the picture up.
Yeah, I do that every week.
Is it on there right now?
It's up there right now.
Take it away and put a picture of a bunny real quick and then put it right back.
Okay, done.
That'll be fun.
All right. Okay, you're an idiot. So, Deadline is reporting that Thor Ragnarok director Taika Waititi is in talks to join the live-action to helm the live-action Akira movie.
Say that name 5 times fast.
Taika Waititi.
Said 5 times.
I don't got all the time in the world. So yeah, Taika Waititi is in talks to helm the live-action Akira movie. It would be a 2-parter, with each film adapting 3 of the 6 manga books from the series. Have you ever watched Akira, the original
with
anime?
Our friends Matthew and Kaminsky?
Yeah.
I watched it. I started watching it at their apartment, and then
Yeah.
I fell asleep.
Okay.
Like 10 minutes in.
Okay.
But
you're not an anime guy or anything
no,
like that.
Not that I have anything against it. It just doesn't.
It just doesn't float your boat.
No.
Doesn't roll your socks up and down.
What?
I heard my cousin say that a long time ago, and I loved it.
It's weird.
All right. Whatever floats your boat or finds your lost remote. That's from Outcast.
Whew.
I'm on cold medicine.
Oh boy.
So yeah, but here's the thing that they do with all these anime remakes.
It's a white lady?
No. Yeah, instead of an Asian boy, it's a white lady.
I'm trying to think of the most white lady they could put.
Paula Deen.
Oof.
Or Kathy Bates.
Roseanne.
I'd watch the fuck out of Akira if it starred Roseanne. But yeah, like as they do with all these movies, instead of setting it in Neo Tokyo, the setting of the anime movie, they'd be set in New Manhattan.
Really?
Yeah, because they never learn their lesson. Like it's always and I'm positive they will cast a white guy.
But why do they think that that's what I want to see? I'm assuming they're like trying to. For like Americans, they want to.
Yeah, that's what they do they assume Americans can only see American people on film.
I'm 100% fine with seeing something else.
Yeah, anything else.
Like at this
point, I see
point,
white people all the time, and they're the worst.
I see one in the mirror every day, and I hate that guy.
Yeah. But you get an audition for something... Akira. You go in for it?
No.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I can get you.
Well, wait. How much money are they?
Any money.
Are we talking like stupid money?
It doesn't matter amount.
If it's stupid money, but I'll never be able to get away from the public shaming of like the whitewashing.
Yeah.
But I got like stupid money. I'm taking it.
Dude, you booked the role of like the starring role in Akira. You can live out the rest of your days just going to conventions and stuff, getting paid to just do autographs and shit.
Am I allowed to acknowledge, like, yeah, I should not have been cast?
Yeah.
Then yeah, like I'll admit.
What are they gonna do? Fire you? The movie already came out.
Right. I'm
You're 40 years old now, and you're doing the con circuit.
I'm assuming everyone would be like, I mean, I wish he didn't do it, but like I get it because they paid him like $50 million for whatever reason.
No, but everyone blames you.
That's fine. I'll be rich.
But you're not an Ed Skrein. You're not of that caliber.
A good person? No.
But you're also not someone that like can afford to step away and not take the role.
Right. No, I would step on everyone's neck just to.
a lot of the elements, like Taika Waititi being involved, like I like that. I like it a little more than Jordan Peele was who they were approaching before, and I love Jordan Peele. I love Key and Peele. I love Get Out, but it was too soon for him to do a movie on the scale of Akira.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Taika Waititi looks like he is crushing Thor Ragnarok, and that's a next perfect. Like he's gotten that. He's done a couple of films before getting to that point.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna give a fuck about this at all, but I am a huge fan. I love audiobooks. I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks lately. And
trying to guess what you're gonna Star Wars audio?
Yes.
All right.
There's a new Star Wars book coming out. It's called fuck you. It's the 40th. This year was the 40th anniversary of Star Wars, and they're doing an awesome collection of stories called Star Wars from a Certain Point of View. There's gonna be a lot of different writers contributing, like Star Wars authors like Chuck Wendig, Christy Golden, Delilah S. Dawson, Charles Soule, Greg Rucka. All these guys have been doing great work in the Star Wars like new canon books, which I've listened to most of them. There's a couple that I'm behind on, but I want to catch up on those. But all of them are great that I've heard. I mean, there's a couple that are not as good as others, but I haven't hated any one of them. Mm-hmm. Also, Paul Dini's doing one. Paul Dini, love Paul Dini.
You said Paula Dean.
Also, Paula Dean's doing one.
I was like, whoa, really? She came back?
Yeah, she's writing. Paula Dean's writing the Watto story.
Awesome.
No, but Paul Dini, the creator of Harley Quinn, writer on Batman the Animated Series.
Yep.
He's going to be writing a story. That's cool. It's just, this sounds like a really fascinating. It comes out next month, October. Mm-hmm. I can't wait for this. I want to hear it. One of the stories is actually going to focus on Obi-Wan after his death. So we're going to kind of get like the perspective of like a Force Ghost, which is kind of cool.
For a whole book?
For a whole like short story. It's like a collection. Story. I think I want to say there's 40 short stories in this collection. Mm-hmm. 40 years, 40 stories and stuff. It's really exciting. Like I love these canon books, but like this would be cool to just go into these little nuggets of stories and stuff like that. Also, John Hamm's going to be doing he's going to be reading one of the stories. He's going to be playing Boba Fett.
Okay.
Other narrators are going to include like frequent Star Wars narrators like Mark Thompson, who is the fucking best. All the books that I've listened to that he's done he's just hands down the best. He does really well with the voices and stuff. He does a great Han Solo and just all these characters. He's the best, like doing all of them. There's a guy called Jonathan Davis, not the guy from Korn. January Lavoie, who did.
I forgot all about Korn.
I never forget about Korn. January Lavoie, she does like some Leia stories and stuff like Bloodline. And also Neil Patrick Harris is going to be doing one. I think he's going to be playing either like a Death Star or like some kind of Imperial officer, which is perfect.
He'd be a good C-3PO.
Yeah. Well, like when they read these books, like they do all the voices.
Yeah.
But like, if the story's about, usually they'll cast the person that the story is about, mm-hmm. and then that person would also do all the other voices. Like Ashley Eckstein, who plays Ahsoka Tano on Clone Wars and Rebels. They did an audiobook of Ahsoka, or they did a book about Ahsoka, and she did the audiobook. And Janina Gavankar, who plays Iden Versio in the new Star Wars Battlefront 2 game. And there was a Star Wars Battlefront 2 book, and she did the audiobook for that. She was also on Arrow, didn't realize that. I believe the book comes out October 3rd. I think it might be in both formats or whatever, but I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be cool. From Star Wars to Star Trek.
All right.
Some lucky motherfuckers, fans and critics, got to see Star Trek Discovery, like the first 2 episodes, I believe. Mm-hmm. They're all saying really great things about it. Like, I'm really happy.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it does. And, like, a lot of people are saying, yeah, like, this is awesome, like, it stands on the shoulders of everything that came above it. It's, like, all across the board, the acting, the special effects, makeup, and all that good stuff for, like top-notch.
I hope they do a 4th movie.
Yeah, me too. Especially because they were talking about bringing Chris Hemsworth back as his dad, and maybe they'll do some time travel shenanigans.
That'd be neat. Yeah. It'd be fun as, like, a small little pop-in cameo for, I don't know what he would play, but, like, just have Nick Frost come in and just do something with Simon Pegg just for everyone that's like, hey, there he is.
I kind of like the idea of them doing a time travel thingy because in the original series, the movies, the 4th one was the one where they go back to present day, was it San Francisco, San Diego, somewhere?
Something like that, yeah.
And the
Spock
whales.
and Kirk are just like on a bus or something.
Yeah, I love that. That might be my favorite Star Trek movie. I love Wrath of Khan. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But I like that movie a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
It's to me, it's like how the Star Trek Beyond was just fun.
Yeah.
Like that one was that for me. That one's just fun.
Yeah.
You don't all have to be into the world. Like
No,
crazy
sometimes it's
villains.
just you get into a little bit of shenanigans. It doesn't need to be huge shenanigans.
There be whales here. All right. But yeah, so these people got to see it. The first four episode titles have been revealed. The first episode is The Vulcan Hello, which I want to say that I heard that some characters part Vulcan in this story.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe is Sonequa Martin Green? Is she a Vulcan in this?
Isn't it odd? Or I don't know. I was thinking about Vulcan the other. God, I sound like such a nerd. I was thinking about Vulcan the other day, and like, so Spock is a Vulcan.
Yeah.
He's from planet Vulcan. I'm saying that right?
Yeah.
That'd be like saying you're an Earth and you're from planet Earth.
It's like I'm looking right past you at my Vegeta pop over there from Dragon Ball Z.
Uh huh.
He is Prince Vegeta from the planet Vegeta.
I bet there's no ego there.
Yeah. Ego. The living planet.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. But he is the
Who
planet.
was in the movie with Kevin Bacon and get it like we were.
Yeah. Played 6 Degrees of Ego, the living planet.
That's not a bad idea for a game.
Probably do that game pretty well. Yeah, so the 4 episode titles that have been revealed: The Vulcan Hello, Battle of the Binary Stars, Context is for Kings, and I love this one. The Butcher's Knife Cares Not for the Lamb's Cry.
Whoa.
That sounds like a fucking metal album. Metal album I would fucking jam to. This is a perfect segue. I didn't even plan this. Speaking of metal, the new the official trailer for The Punisher dropped today.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and say what I think, and you can say what you think. But I fucking loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I was sold right away because I hear the music in the opening. I was like, that kind of sounds like it wasn't Metallica in the opening. It was like, but it sounded like One.
Yeah.
Like the opening of Metallica song One, and then when it gets into the action and stuff, it actually is playing One. I was like, oh fuck yeah! You sell me some Punisher with Metallica, my fucking 15-year-old self is jumping up and down. It's just like, take my fucking money that I don't earn yet.
Do you think that they would give him the white gloves and white boots?
No,
Probably
not.
It's not that important to me,
No.
but I'm just curious if they would.
But he looks fucking awesome in that costume. There's that one shot from like down below looking up. He's got a little bit of blood in the costume, and just that. I was not expecting the giant white skull like that in that suit. Mm-hmm. Like I was expecting more like the Tom Jane, just like a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And then Punisher Warzone kind of did more of a suit kind of thing, but I want to say that skull was a lot smaller or whatever. This one's like, it does remind me a lot of that original
It's like a
Punisher
tiny
costume.
skull on the right, like a logo on a polo shirt.
like a tiny, that's like stitched in there.
Uh-huh.
He takes it to like an embroidery shop and gets him to do it. No, but I think it looks that show looks fucking great.
It looks very action heavy.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I'm not. What's the word?
Overly excited?
I mean, I've liked most of these the Netflix shows, and it looks like something I'll watch. I don't know if I'll get as. I'll just watch it for like the fun action aspects of it.
Yeah.
And hopefully they'll probably draw me in with like a good story.
Yeah. Now, I've looked forward to all of the Marvel Netflix shows, but I think I'm looking forward to this more so than I've looked forward to just about any of them, but maybe Daredevil. Like, I'm really excited for this show, and I mean, I'm just really excited that it's like a month or two away. It's rumored November. The trailer still obscures the release date, so we don't know for sure. Couple more notes on Punisher. Jeff Loeb has also confirmed that the battle van will appear in the show. His van in the comics, he has like this badass van.
Okay.
It's like his kind of little like mobile headquarters.
All right.
He's got this like kind of this like little armory, and he writes his little journals in there and shit.
Okay. You should do a podcast.
That's the 2017 version of the Punisher.
Kinda.
Welcome to the Punisher War Journal podcast. We every week, talk about how
Batman v Superman.
how goddamn can't protect them red. I would listen to that podcast. Wouldn't you? Just like a guy who fucking loses his shit and starts killing criminals, and he starts doing a podcast.
Yeah.
I'd listen to that.
Yeah. Let's do it.
We should do that.
What? Start killing criminals?
Yeah, lose our mind and start killing criminals and punishing people and do
what
a
do you mean
podcast
start
from a van.
losing our mind?
Well, just
I mean, we're
take the next natural step.
the next natural step. Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah. So he confirmed that the battle van will appear. That's cool because I don't think it didn't appear in the first movie, I don't know if it appeared in the Dolph Lundgren version. I never saw that one. I think I've looked for it too. I can't really find a good copy of it. It's all like bootleg shit. But I don't think it was in the Tom Jane version. I don't think it was in Punisher Warzone. He had that kind of like underground headquarters. I want to see a battle van. That sounds cool. Mm-hmm. He did have a van in the Dirty Laundry short, the bootleg universe. Mm-hmm. Turk Barrett, played by Rob Morgan, he has appeared in Punisher. No. He's appeared in Daredevil, both seasons. Luke Cage, and I think he was in Defenders, right? Remember Turk Barrett? He's the dude that Daredevil always hunts down and just beats him up and gets information.
I'm pretty sure he did, yeah.
Yeah, and he was in Luke Cage. Luke Cage puts him in the dumpster and crushes it. Yeah, I love that character. It's just a fun character. Just this one criminal that always runs into these people and you can just never catch a break.
Would you watch a Netflix show on him?
I absolutely would watch the Turk Barrett Netflix show. That'll be awesome. But he's confirmed to appear in Punisher. Mm-hmm. There was an image in a SFX magazine, and it's just like him on the ground and Punisher standing over him with a gun. Exactly what you want to see with Turk Barrett. He's I love that character. I want him to just continue to show up in all these shows. It's a good gig for him too. Like he gets to be in everything.
Yeah.
He's almost like Claire, where he's in just about every show.
Yeah, kinda.
Just a different version of Claire.
What Marvel hero would you give a Netflix show to?
The next one I would do
Moon Knight.
Would be Moon Knight. Yes.
Okay.
It's an interesting character.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I would do She-Hulk.
It's not a bad idea.
She-Hulk would be great. They already have the lawyer side of that universe. Mm-hmm. With Matt Murdock and Foggy, but also like Jerry Hogarth and her company.
She's
and,
a lawyer
Jessica
too,
Jones.
right?
Yeah.
How funny would like you need like you need some lawyers and you get Daredevil and She-Hulk. Just
that'd be awesome. Dude, how fucking great would that be? Just like a courtroom scene, and for some reason, Daredevil and She-Hulk are at opposite sides of a case.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fucking great, right?
Is she always in She-Hulk form? Like something like she can't turn back. I don't know what the.
I think there are periods where she's in She-Hulk form for extended periods of time. I don't know a whole lot about her.
And function is like a.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She's not like Hulk and losing like a rage monster kind of thing.
Gotcha.
But that would be a great show, and they would. Like I said, I don't know exactly how it is in the comics. I don't know how. The ratio of regular. I think it's Jessica Walters. Mm-hmm. Jennifer Walters. My bad. Jessica Walters is Lucille from Arrested Development.
She should be Aunt May.
But
like as her character from.
I don't understand the question, so I won't respond to it. All right.
Just a boozed up Aunt May.
Yeah.
That's the Aunt May movie I would see.
Hell yeah.
It's just.
All right.
I'm not even kidding now.
Yeah. TV Line confirmed just today that HBO has officially ordered a pilot for the Watchmen series that's being developed by Damon Lindelof. Have we talked about this in the podcast before?
I think briefly.
Yeah, I think we might have mentioned it briefly, but what do you think? Would you go back for a Watchmen TV series?
I never read the graphic novel.
Really?
Yeah.
It's great. It's like one of those like top like 2 best like comic books of all time kind of thing. Like that and Dark Knight Returns are probably like the 2 best comics I can think of, like for me. And like I know I'm not saying much, like everyone says that, but they're just both so great. The movie, I know people were kind of mixed, but for me, for the most part, it seemed pretty dead on. Like there was things at the end, like the ending had to change or whatever.
Why? What did they change at the end?
I can't. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but I know in the comic there's like this crazy big like kind of squid monster.
Okay.
And they didn't do that in the movie. It was just kind of like a bomb.
Huh.
But I'm not entirely sure that they're going to just straight up do the comic book in this movie. I think they might do like a new story, or there's also those like before Watchmen comics that have been coming out. They've been kind of getting into the Watchmen world more in the comics in recent years with the before Watchmen, and now like they're doing like since the Rebirth stuff, they've incorporated the Watchmen into the DC universe with the other characters, and they're doing some stuff now with that, which is crazy. And I think spoiler alert, I don't know if you give it, but I think Dr. Manhattan was partly responsible for Flashpoint, so people can get off Barry's nuts. This is a cool character in the show that I'm not super excited about, but Krypton has cast an actor by the name of Sean Sipos.
Okay.
Sipos from The Vampire Diaries as Adam Strange. Do you know anything about Adam Strange?
No.
He's one of like those cool like DC cosmic characters.
Okay.
He, if I remember correctly, he had this whole thing where like there would be this like ray, this beam thing that would shoot, and it would kind of just randomly just zap. He'd be on Earth, it would randomly zap him and transport him to this other planet like across the universe. And,
sounds annoying.
Yeah, but he had like a life on there as well. Like
what if he had like groceries and stuff? He's walking in the house.
Yeah,
and just
the milk just goes bad.
That's irritating.
And it would just zap him across the universe, and he would like, but he had like a love there and everything, and then he would just get zapped and have to go back, and like it was just this weird kind of interesting thing. It's kind of like I want to say he's kind of like a maybe Flash Gordon-y type like character, just like one of those kind of cool like old school like pulp sci-fi kind of characters. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do that in Krypton, which again is a show I'm not super looking forward to.
I don't like. To me, it has the same impact if they went back even one more generation.
Yeah,
like what's the point? Why are you telling me this story?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Because like, if you tell Jor-El's story, that's at least interesting to me. I know who that character is.
Yeah,
you get to know the mom better, because with these things, it's like with Batman's parents, you always kind of focus on the dad. You never really get what his mom was like. So for this one, you could do like how the parents were, and then you have a clear-cut series finale that you don't really need to worry about.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Grandparents, people we've never heard of. There was a new extended trailer for season 4 of The Flash. Did you check this out?
Yep.
Did you see this one?
Oh yeah.
It's a good trailer.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on in there. You got Kid Flash and Vibe kind of holding down the city.
I do like that. They're just like squaring off against the samurai.
Yeah, that samurai's name, I looked it up. I was like, who's that guy?
Yeah.
He's a guy named Baron Katana.
Okay.
And I think in the comics he creates Samuroids, which are like
nice.
android samurais.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm totally in for that.
You don't gotta tell me twice.
To use my catchphrase, I'll watch the shit out of that. You got like there was some great like emotional stuff with Iris and Joe like talking about like
let him go.
Yeah, it was like bumming me out, man.
Yeah,
it's like maybe we had a funeral for HR. Maybe we should just kind of let ourselves grieve for Barry.
What did we put in the? Put his costume in there.
His suit. It's a bummer.
Yeah.
And then like there was also a nice little sneak of like a little peek of Peekaboo. Mm-hmm. We haven't seen her in a while.
I'm reading a novel right now. That's the show.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I don't know exactly where it falls in the timeline.
Yeah.
But it uses like all those characters and everything, and it's definitely set before this season.
Yeah.
I think it's like in between. I'm gonna guess it's in between season 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, that's cool. Like I've always wanted to check one of those out.
It's fun. I really like reading it because like they just, you don't have to think of what the character looks like. Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's all the characters from the show.
I like that.
It's fun.
Do you have it? You own it?
Yeah. As soon as I'm done reading it, I'll bring it to you.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I wonder if it's on audiobook.
It's a 2-parter.
Yeah.
And the other one is Arrow.
Nice.
Because like on it's like at a certain, I haven't gotten to it yet, but like he's gonna team up with Ollie.
Yeah.
And they're gonna do something.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a fun read.
Cool. Yeah, you know what that made me think about? Something you actually might want to check out. Audible. You know, I was thinking of a TV show like, novelizations and telling news stories. Audible is doing some X-Files stuff right now.
Really?
With the cast. And like doing original stories.
Oh, yeah?
Audio adventure kind of X-File episodes.
There's got to be X-Files books, like novels, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm gonna start reading more.
I'm going to start listening to shit more. I wish I had time to just sit down and read a nice book. Mm-hmm. I just can't do it.
You don't know how to read?
What?
You don't know how to read?
That's what I mean. I can't do it. I just look and it's just like squiggles on a page. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I do all my show notes from memory.
Fuck.
Impressed now, aren't you? No,
It's all just pictures.
Yeah. So an Instagram user named Lacosacini, I guess they visited the Flash set or something like that. Okay. But they posted an image of Barry's new suit.
Yeah, I tweeted that image.
Yeah. In the Flash HQ at Star Labs, just on the little statue thing. It's the suit from last season, the future version. You were right.
Yep.
I mean, we talked about this last week, and I wasn't sure about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they showed it, so right on.
I'm always right.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. There's also a new logo for this season.
Yeah, it's all in red.
Yeah, it looks cool. It's just kind of new.
Yep.
New feel and fresh start of the season. All right. Finally, we're saving the best news for last.
Batman v Superman.
You know what I'm going to say? No.
Best news for last. I don't know.
Fish Mooney is officially dead.
Oh, okay, good.
On Gotham.
Like, I had already heard that, and I was like, wait, are you telling me she's back?
She's back already. So Gotham executive producer John Steven told comicbook.com.
Did we not already talk about this?
We talked about it in the car on the way to Kingsman.
Okay, all right.
We didn't talk about it on the show yet. Because we were that excited. We had to talk about it. Look, we've always been vocal about
Gotham.
Yeah, Gotham doesn't make us happy.
It's like almost. It's almost.
Yeah, like right now on TV, they're crushing it with all these other shows. You got the Marvel Netflix stuff. They might not all be big hits, but overall, like, they're good.
Yeah.
The CW shows, they're all great. Why can't they do it with Gotham? And it's just the decision of not doing a Batman show, doing this thing of like doing, we can't do Batman, so we'll just do like before Batman, but pretty much do everything but Batman. And now you have Gimp Mask Batman, and like,
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Why does the mask have to look that way?
Yeah. Now they're doing Superman without Superman.
It's very distracting.
Like,
yeah.
I don't need those. I don't need those kind of things. I just want.
It's like if they made Spider-Man with just Aunt May and Uncle Ben.
Yeah. Yeah.
But not like the Lucille Aunt May.
This is what they do. They should cancel Gotham.
Okay.
Do Batman Beyond TV show.
It's not bad.
No. You know what else? It's fucking awesome.
Get Kevin Conroy to play the...
I did an article for... Yeah. Oh my God, that would be awesome. I wrote a article for like a editorial kind of like top 10 list thing for Heroic Hollywood of... it was the 10 characters we want to see in Legends of Tomorrow. And one of them was Batman Beyond. Like, I would fucking love if they did an episode of Legends of Tomorrow with Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
They totally could. Because they time travel, go to the future. You don't even have to show Bruce Wayne in it, but like you can have him talking to somebody and they're like, who are you talking to? It's like, nobody. Like, that would be awesome. Be so good.
Yeah.
They should do it. Season 3, Legends of Tomorrow, do it.
So I've been tricked by Gotham before.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They've showed me like, all right, here's some things that you might be interested in. I'm like, all right, I'm listening.
Yeah.
And it's like they throw sand in my eyes.
Yeah.
They show me like we could do Batman when what's his face was jumping around up on the bridge.
Azrael.
Yeah. We could. We're not gonna, but we could.
Yeah.
And then they bring back Fish Mooney.
Yeah. But so here's what.
So she's dead now.
Well, this is what Gotham executive producer John Steven told comicbook.com. Now, again, I haven't seen the last few episodes of Gotham. Tonight's when the season 4 starts.
Tonight.
It started tonight.
Okay.
I got about like 4 or 5 more episodes to watch before I'm completely caught up, but I'll catch up and see. But apparently, Fish Mooney died.
Good.
In the
Who cares?
No one. Well, we care because we're really excited about it. So executive producer John Steven told comicbook.com, I'm afraid that's it. Now that one was it. At a certain point, you got to say definitely. People die at a certain point, and that's the second or third time they die on Gotham. So he's saying we're done with Fish Mooney?
Mm-hmm.
Season 5 will be all flashbacks before she died. I don't know, but I don't mind. I don't mind if they do a nod to her or a cameo here and there. For some reason, like if it's a flashback or for some reason to do it that way.
I don't need any more screen time of Fish Mooney.
At all.
Period.
In any form.
No.
If it's a stick figure and it just has a line and it just points
burn
and says
down
Fish
TV.
Mooney.
I'll burn down the TV.
Yeah. Not a great character, man.
No. Who cares? Why Ooh. I don't understand that Batman costume either.
No.
Why does that mask have to be that weird looking?
I don't know. Like, are more people making fun of this? Like, I have to feel like they are. Like, I just don't
Probably.
hear people talking about Gotham much.
Probably.
Yeah.
They should have done it like Dexter. Or Psych.
What do you mean?
Where they have present day, like if you do Gotham, you can do like present day, Jim Gordon and Bullock, like, run around doing detective stuff. And Batman's just like kind of in the shadows.
Yeah.
Kind of like, you don't really see him a lot.
Well, in the comics...
And then you flash back to like young Bruce Wayne, like kind of doing like a training thing that resembles...
Kind of like Arrow.
Yeah.
Instead of flashing
like
back to the time on the island, you spend that much of the show doing the young Bruce Wayne stuff.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah, you're not wrong at all, actually. Like,
right.
I would much prefer that.
Yeah.
Also, there's a comic book series from the 2000s, I believe, called GCPD. It was the Gotham City Police Department comic book.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's from
that's
their point of view.
Yeah, and that's how Batman was treated. He was just kind of a, character off in the fringes and stuff. Kind of like what it sounds like they're trying to do with Spawn in the new movie or whatever. Like, focus on the Sam and Twitch characters and have Spawn be like, yeah, that is what Gotham should be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I love ending the show on a bummer. Like,
but
it's a happy note.
You want to lighten it up with some Batman v Superman talk?
No.
What's
Remember the Amazing Nerdiverse No More? That's where that road leads.
Brighten it up. I don't know. Sorry, I don't have anything.
I don't know what you were trying to do.
I was trying to think of like a fun, lighthearted thing we could take it out.
We haven't done any kind of like trivia or games or anything in a long time.
I don't have any with me, but I got plans for October. So
talk about it.
Let's see. I got the spooky Halloween edition of Hanks, but no Hanks.
Yeah, if you haven't listened to the pod, if you haven't been listening since way back, we played a game once maybe called. Hey, but we built it up. We built the fuck out of this game.
Oh yeah, no,
and we're gonna start doing it again now.
Legend has far surpassed the actual.
Yeah, it was a game called Hanks, but no Hanks. Explain it.
It's basically you take movies that Tom Hanks is not in, but he was considered for.
Yeah.
And you can also reverse that.
Yeah.
And then I'll give you choice A, B, or C.
Example was Tom Hanks was considered for the role of Jim Gordon in
Batman.
Yeah, in Batman Begins or whatever. Yeah.
And then I'll give you like 2 other examples, and you got to pick which one was he actually considered for.
Yeah.
Hanks, but no Hanks.
Yeah. But it's also more than just Tom Hanks.
Yeah, because I ran out of.
Yeah, you quickly run out of like things that he almost did. Like it's not even like his real list of credits. It's like his things that this alternate universe version of Hanks.
Yeah, I ran out. So we're gonna expand it to other actors, and for October we're gonna make it scary movie stuff.
Yeah.
So
that'll be fun. Try to do some fun stuff in October. I always like just kind of taking the whole year of.
I'm just gonna scare you.
The whole month of October.
I'm just gonna wear I'm just gonna have like a knife. I just want you to be really tense for some of the episodes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Then maybe I'll give you a cut. Just a little
something
to wake you up.
Just a little nick. Well, what else? What else did you had a couple of the games, right?
Other things I'm working on. Is an idea I got called Professor Reboot.
Yeah.
Where
I like this. You've told me about this.
a mad scientist, played by me, a mad scientist is loose on Hollywood.
Yeah.
He's rebooting all the movies, all the classic movies.
Yeah.
I'm going to mess him up and scramble him up. And then Grants has to figure out what movie I'm rebooting.
Okay. I really like this idea. That sounds like a fun game.
So I got that coming.
Okay.
I got a lot of work to do. Another idea is for us to do like a radio play.
Yeah.
I have the idea for. I just got to sit down and write it.
Yeah. Then I have to do all the work of like editing it and, making the sound effects and stuff.
But it'll basically be like a version of us doing this show.
Yeah.
But it's also like X-Files, where like we track down like a spooky monster or something.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah.
And it's called, I'm calling it The Amazing Nerdiverse Presents The Unheard Ofs.
Yeah.
The Unheard Ofs is the podcast that we do in the radio play.
Yeah.
Because nobody listens.
Yeah.
So it's, you know.
So it's like a fictional thing.
Yeah, real fictional. Based on not true events.
Yeah. All right. If you like this episode, please do us a favor and subscribe to the Amazing Nerdiverse on iTunes, where you will soon be able to find Professor Reboot and whatever the audio, it's like the radio play.
The Amazing
stories.
Nerdiverse Presents The Unheard Ofs.
Yes, that one. You'll get all that stuff on iTunes. Go on iTunes or use your favorite podcatcher app to subscribe to the podcast. And most importantly, leave us a review. By doing this, you'll let people know about the show. It'll help people find it, help grow the audience.
And then we'll stop talking about Batman v Superman.
Of course. If you're watching on YouTube, like this video and subscribe to our channel and leave a comment down below. Again, don't forget to go to our episode from last week. Leave a comment. Let us know your favorite scene of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and you'll be entered to win a Star-Lord Funko Pop. Make sure you leave your Twitter handle so we'll know how to contact you. Make sure you follow us so we'll be able to contact you. This might be more complicated than it's worth. USA only.
I think another favorite line of mine might be another Yondu line.
Yeah.
Where they're in the ship towards the end, and then Peter is like, you talked about eating me, and the Yondu's like, that was being funny.
That was being funny.
That was being funny.
Yeah. That's another example. That's all you have to do. You can be entered to win a Star-Lord Funko Pop.
You can even literally just write Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
That's it.
As long as you leave your Twitter handle, we'll be able to contact you.
Yep.
And even if you want to leave that comment on this episode, we'll look at it as well.
Yeah. Do whatever you want. I don't care.
So share the show with your friends on social media in order to stop us from talking about Batman v Superman.
Yep.
Follow on Facebook, facebook.com/TheAmazingNerdiverse. On Instagram, @AmazingNerdiverse. On Twitter, I am @Jeff_Grants.
I'm @Steven Tukert.
We are @NerdversePod. And finally, go to TheAmazingNerdiverse.com for all that and very little more. And until next time, I'm Jeff Grants.
I'm Steven Tukert.
Catch you right here next time in The Amazing Nerdiverse.
Hit 'em. Somebody save me. Don't care how you do it, just save. Come on. And scene.